What are you afraid of? Welcome to After Abuse Recovery. I know that many of you will not watch this video because you feel that it does not apply to you, even though you know you're in a toxic, emotionally abusive relationship and know that you need to get out. Many of you will feel that because you're empathic, with empathy oozing from you. You feel so strongly to help people, even when you don't want to. It's just a calling within you. You want to, because you are born to do this. It's an innate feeling that is embedded deep within you that even when the conscious self, or should I say, when the regular self doesn't want to do that, your spiritual self, it's just a calling that you know that this is something that even though I don't feel like it, I have to do. I've done this in a video format and not in a short video so that I can elaborate a little bit more. So, what is an empath? Most of us does not have a clue that we are of the empathic character trait, where we just know we want to give, we want to help people. Even in the jobs that we take, we cannot stay in toxic jobs with toxic employers, toxic bosses, toxic companies that serve no good purpose. For us, it's very difficult to stay in that job. So many of us, including myself, I never fit in anywhere. I thought I was broken because society conditioned us to feel like something is wrong with us, because they are scared of that light, that beautiful energy we possess. We may not be able to realize it if we're trapped in the fog of people draining our energy. I can show you all the signs of many, many years of going through and living through that, not understanding what my purpose was. Why was I here? Why am I here? For many years of my life, I couldn't understand that. No one could give me an explanation that would make sense, because it's not in their best interest to explain to you that you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're strong, you have great abilities. They themselves, after time, don't know it. But there's this darkness that surrounds them that does not want you to become your true self. And a lot of envy and jealousy that doesn't cause them to be able to want you to become your true self. Looking at you and being amongst you is almost like being a mirror. And many of us are scared of the mirror. I don't like the mirror, but I don't really care about the mirror, because what I'm concerned about most is my spiritual self. I don't really care much about what comes through in the physical appearance of the mirror, because I love myself from the inside, even though I work to ensure that my external appearance is pleasing. I'm more concerned about how I am on the inside. Even though my videos on YouTube will come up showing me looking crooked in the face, and half of the time I'm looking like someone punched me on both sides of the face every day. None of that matters to me, because the message is to let you know that if you're here for a purpose. With a previous video I did, 10 reasons why empaths stay in a toxic or narcissistic relationship. The link will be at the end. Many of the attributes that we as empaths exhibit: empathy and compassion, hope for change, fear of abandonment, guilt and responsibility, low self-esteem, isolation, love bombing, gaslighting, financial dependence, and trauma. Those are the things that narcissists use to control us so that they can get our beautiful, beautiful energies from us. And in the video, I showed you this. This is all an empath. And this is simply a narcissist, right? Manipulate. So our beautiful strengths and abilities include empathic, sensitive, intuitive, compassionate, harmonious, perceptive, healing, and supporting. We love to heal. We are here to help heal people, help heal the universe. We're here as soldiers for the universe. We're open minded, we're vibrant, and we're nurturing. These are all things that the narcissist use control to drain from us. And we're not unique to the point where it's just you alone that's going through us. This was something that was here before we were born. That's why in King James Version, John 10:10 refers to that Bible verse, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. So the thief cometh not just to steal, they come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. You are in the narcissistic relationship, and it doesn't matter what you do, you can never come out ahead. The narcissist lacks empathy. They don't know how to love, but they fake a lot. In the beginning of my almost decade relationship with my ex narcissistic partner, the first thing I remember him saying to me, I will show you what real love looks like. And even almost a decade into that relationship, he had no clue what real love looks like because he had no idea what real love was. If a person truly loves you, right, first they know how to love themselves, right? And even if they have ideas that they're not sure about how to love themselves, if they truly love you, right, through giving you that kindness, that support that you need for a person that they love, it will come through. The narcissist on a daily basis will take you through highs and lows, devalue you, verbal abuse, um, make you feel like you're worthless, try to project their insecurities on you. No matter what you set out to do, if you fall in for the silent treatment trap where they've gone silent and you felt like you had to appease them because you wanted to get them talking, you wanted to get on their good side, that was the trap that got you into that dynamic that you cannot escape, because whenever they want you to submit some more, they just go silent on you, right? When they go silent on you, they make you believe, okay, the problem that we're having in the relationship is there, it's yours, you're the one that's causing the problem. And they will play the victim and make you feel like I'm the problem. And because you want the relationship to last, you give some more, you give some more. Realize the pattern, right? Don't take my word for it. Realize the pattern. After the first 6 months and the honeymoon is over, after that, they go to work. And it's all about, guess what? Reeling you in the first 6 months, reeling you in, because they can't go for very long without showing their true colors. They can't go for very long without basically going through the loop and going through the cycle. They will try to reel you in after targeting you with the love bombing and everything like that. Then they'll devalue you. Then they will have always someone in the shadows waiting to triangulate you, as in a third party in the relationship, because they know in their mind there's going to become a point where this is going to feel stale. I need new supply. So they will get ready to discard you, as in to dump you, right? They will already have someone lined up. They may already have some kind of job that allow them to act like, they're on call quite frequently. So therefore, you need to be on the lookout that they may not be able to stay with you long. And through that, that's where the triangulation lies. That's the source. And if you're a wife or a common law partner in that relationship, be ready to be triangulated. And you may feel like, no, I can call them and get them on the phone. No, that makes absolutely no difference. They'll be right next to you and locked in their triangulation on their phone, secret apps, and all these other little hidden tricks that they come up with. So they will triangulate you, then they will discard you. Most of the time, when they're getting ready to discard you, is when the silent treatment kicks in. So that way they can see how you react, and use some kind of little thing that is happening in that moment to use it as the reason why they can play the victim, and then they take off and they're gone, and you feel like, okay, I upset them, so I don't expect them to get back to me. Meanwhile, they're out there enjoying their triangulation experience. When they've moved from whoever that person is, because that energy source is gonna become stale at some point to them. It is a cycle that runs on a loop in their head. When that energy supply becomes stale, be ready. They're coming back for you, because they know that by this point, whatever they've put you through, you being an empath has regenerated. You've gotten more energy source. You've gotten new energy supply. There's new source in you, empathic, because we're regenerative. We're here for a purpose. We're here to serve the universe. There's a calling that is deep within you, that no matter how much pounding you'll get from life, from people who don't understand you, you know deep within there is something about you, even if you cannot understand it, that is meant for a higher purpose, a higher calling, right? Again, society and your family may dull it down, and they may make you feel like something is wrong with you. You probably used to have dreams, or you used to have psychic abilities. And because of all the stress that's on you, you either pushed them aside because they were too scary to deal with, or people made you feel like, okay, you were just weird for having these abilities. They're jealous. Jealous. Wake up, empaths, and realize you are here to support the universe. The job that you're stuck in with the boss who's treating you like crap, for a company that is not fulfilling your purpose, right? That they may shove you in a sales job, or give you some kind of role that does not support your helping abilities, the calling that you truly have for yourself. I've stopped looking for jobs, because with all the skills that I have in the world, no employer, no job has ever satisfied me. They use me, they abuse me, they discarded me also, right? When they found that I got along well with people, and people through the interactions that I had with people, that basically they were getting great reviews with everyone that dealt with me. They tolerated me to those extents. I've even had employer that says to me, listen, you're my best employee. I don't know what it is, but I just have to let you go. There's just something I have to let you go. People will not understand us. Stop trying to be understood. People will not like us. Stop trying to be liked by people. It took me many years to learn these lessons. I'm not beating on you as if I'm better than you. I am letting you know that most empaths who have experienced awakening has gone through this, right? We have to learn the dirty lessons from people in order to embrace our purpose later on when we're awakened to help other people. We can't truly help other people if we don't fully understand some of what they're going through. So we have to learn these lessons. Even if we're the ones that put ourselves in the situation, we have to learn this lesson. If you don't learn the lesson, it's going to recur over and over again, just like the narcissistic cycle, right? It's going to keep on happening. And you pushing it aside, you'll find that maybe it's gone for a while, but it keeps resurfacing, because this is something, a lesson that's meant for your growth. This is a lesson that unless you learn it, it will just keep happening and happening again, in a cycle over and over again. The trick is not to push it aside. Be fearless, empaths. We are fearless. But if we're not in our real awakened state, we will not know that. You know that there's nothing when you put your mind to it that you cannot solve. I call it regenerative. We're regenerative, right? So someone comes to me with a problem, my brain will come with a million solutions. If someone steals one idea from me, I come up with 10 more. If they steal 10 ideas from me, I come up with 100 more, right? We have strength and abilities that no one else can understand. And because people are not meant to understand it, if they're not empathic and it's not their destiny to understand what it is that the path that you're supposed to take, they will not understand it. People will discourage you. The only way you're going to be able to walk into your purpose is to listen to your own self. No one can take you out of a narcissistic relationship. No one is able to pull you out of isolation but yourself. If you're an empath, you're already going to be going through seasons of isolation. I remember being in my narcissistic relationship, in the relationship with my narcissistic partner, and his issue is like, you just stuck by yourself. Like, why are you just by yourself? You're so weird. You should go out and mingle. But if you're a true empath, you should know that we don't need people to feel energized. We don't need people to support us, to sustain us, to feel like we are strong and powerful. The narcissist will try to use fear, make you feel like being alone, being isolated, right? They're the only one who can support you. They will try to come up with this facade, like while you see it as solitude, they see it as you being weird and only want to be antisocial. Yet still, this is the gaslighting trick they use because they're the one that try to lock you in that situation. I remember thinking, this guy gave me some good advice. And then in hindsight and looking back at it, what I thought was good advice, now knowing more about a narcissist, I realized that it was just gaslighting, meant for me to think that he was doing well by me. No suggestions for a business or for a school, for a professional or personal development that I ever foolishly ran by him was ever successful. He would knock down every single one of them. The point is, right? Narcissist is all about fakery and mimicking. And as I stated in a previous video, imagine yourself. I use this analogy. Imagine you being a nice, beautiful raisin in the beginning when you met the narcissist, and they keep on just sucking your energy dry. And I call it energy burglary because they just keep stealing and stealing and stealing. It's referred to as vampirism. I don't particularly use the word vampire a lot, so I call it energy burglary. Follow the pattern. You being an empath, you feel compelled to help, to help, to help. But who's helping you? When you have to go to sleep and they're off living their life and going through the cycle, you are left stuck. Where does that leave you? It leaves you feeling like, why am I here? What is my purpose? I don't want to be here. I'm ready to die. Why am I not dead already? And you know you cannot and should not and will not take your life because you know that it is wrong and you're here for a higher calling. But the darkness, narcissism is a darkness. It's meant for you to feel like nothing, like no one, like you have no abilities. It's meant to quell your powers so that you do not become the bright light source that you're meant to be in this world. You and only you alone can change this trajectory. I came from a narcissistic mother. I don't like using the word mother because it feels like drinking vinegar, and I'm much more comfortable drinking vinegar than using that word. I call her my surrogate or my parent. And then I transition into a narcissistic relationship unknowingly and went through a vehicle accident and a loss of my child, which I ended up being longer in that relationship longer than I wanted to or needed to. Unfortunately for me, right? After knowing that I deserve better, I found the strength to walk out of the relationship, but it was not easy. So, all that experience, right, led me to become a successful author. I wrote the book Breaking Free, an Empath's Guide to Spiritual Healing from Narcissistic Abuse and Trauma. I could talk to you about loss and grief, abuse and trauma, physical and verbal, emotional abuse. I'm not telling you none of this because I'm better than you. I'm telling you this because the universe will support you. When you accept your higher calling, when you put yourself first, when you learn about yourself, you have to go through the issues that is causing you anguish right now. And when you go through those issues and you forgive yourself, you release the narcissist, you forgive yourself, you go through the spiritual healing, your self discovery, you begin to love yourself, you'll find that you begin to walk into your purpose. You leave the pain behind and walk into your purpose. And when that happens, you will be smiling every day because as an empath, you know you love to smile. Genuine smile. You've often wondered, am I a fake? Like, do I genuinely feel happy about people's success and their happiness? Yes. You cannot be a narcissist because you've been with them so long because it's not you. What life does and what the universe does is use the lessons from your narcissistic encounters, right? And help you to now spot fake people, help you to now discern these people who mean you no good, right? And you are beginning to see more clearly who these people are, right? And in seeing more clearly who these people are, it scares the crap out of you because you start to think to yourself, am I a narcissist? No, you're not a narcissist. We are stronger than narcissists. We are meant to take the lessons that we learn from life and to use those lessons with our knowledge of who we are. You must know yourself with our knowledge of who you are and use that as one big compilation to use to discern your encounters, your experiences, to then flow through life, to embrace yourself, to help others. And by helping yourself, becoming your true, happy, beautiful self, you begin to see great things happening for you. All the problems that you were having to be sad, feeling weak, feeling like people picking on you, people using you, you will stand strong and begin to walk into your purpose. And you will begin to see that the happier you are about yourself, the universe will begin to provide for you more and more. You will begin to walk into that true purpose that you're here to call. It is no one's job to help you to walk into that purpose. It is something that you have to figure out for yourself. You don't have to do it alone, but you have to be the one to make the decision that this is the time I'm not having any more of this. This is the time that I need to shed this life, shed this parent, shed this partner. If you're in a narcissistic relationship, sadly, you will never experience love. You will have euphoric moments, but you'll never experience true love. There's nothing good that will come from a narcissistic relationship. If for some reason you think that you're at the point where this is enough and you know your calling, your soul calling is so great that you know now is the time to walk away from this relationship. You're not suffering from a broken heart. What you're suffering from right now is a broken spirit. You cannot heal what you're going through by the normal ch- channels that you would usually take in order to get over a broken heart. That will not work for you. You have to do spiritual healing. So, in order to do that, you have to follow the steps I recommended earlier, right? You have to go through realizing the hurt and the pain, dealing with the abuse and the trauma, right? You have to find strength knowing that even if you have to move, even if you have to be alone, right? It is better than being in the narcissistic facade, the narcissistic fakery, dealing with someone manipulating you every day, trying to control you. Take back that control. It is not meant for them. We have relaxed ourselves and given them control because we felt like either through low self-esteem or feeling like we were alone in isolation, right? Or the biggest one, through guilt. We feel like, okay, since I don't have family, even though they're a pile of crap, they were there for me. Guilt. I have a narcissistic parent and a narcissistic ex partner who feels like I'm ungrateful because they didn't get away with all the things that they were expecting to get away with continuously. I decided that, guess what? This, the sadness, the pain, the tears, the brokenness, the what is my purpose? What am I here for? I knew that that was not for me. That was not serving me. And I did not want to live that way anymore. And most of the time, when I looked at, I'm happier by myself when this person is not around. And with all the crap that I'm going through, if I wasn't with him and I'm by myself, I'm happy when I'm by myself. So why am I going through this? I moved 4 hours away from a different city where I know no one just to get away. I changed my number. I'm happy, honestly, sincerely happy, and I don't care who believes it. The biggest problem you have is rejection. Rejection, people rejecting you. When you find self love, you don't care about who rejects you. Right now, you're blocking yourself off from all the opportunities that are meant for you because you're stuck in this relationship. So, the healthy relationship, the healthy husband or the healthy wife that is meant for you cannot come into your life because you're stuck. And whenever a good person is supposed to come around the corner, you're going to scare them away because if you don't deal with the shame, shame was a big thing for me. If you don't deal with the shame, just being ashamed that, okay, I can't believe that this person treated me that way after all the love I gave them, both parent and partner. Like, I've been nothing but good to them. It doesn't matter what I do, it's never good enough. It makes no impact, it makes no difference to them. So, why try please other people who you know are broken, and it doesn't matter what you do, you cannot fix them. You feel like, as an empath, right, with your empathic abilities, you're supposed to be compassionate, you're supposed to love and change other people. Everyone here has a responsibility to themselves to be a good person to themselves. The narcissist credo, as far as I can tell, is self-preservation, self-preservation. So everyone in the world is the narcissist against everyone in the world, right? They feel like they need to protect themselves from everyone in the world. That includes you. So therefore, you telling yourself, I'm gonna love him till he changes, or love her till she changes, it's not gonna happen. And you will spend years and years wasting your life and hating yourself more for doing it after sitting there and investing all this time. This time, if you were to take all your love and just throw it in a well that is dark, that cannot love you back, it cannot contribute you, it cannot hug. Yes, the narcissist may be able to hug you, but pay attention. Sometimes when they're upset, you could see the hate coming through them, oozing through them. You could see the look on their face, just how much they hate you. Why would you want to keep on living through that? It is not meant for you to live through that. Take the experience that you gain from it and move on. Happiness is there for you. If you are here, most empaths suffer emotional abuse, right? Suffer verbal abuse. It goes really deep and it can cut truly deeply. Again, I cannot emphasize enough that this is not the dynamic for you. If you're an empath, you're here for a purpose, you have a calling, you need to walk into that calling. You will continuously live unhappily until you heed the call. It doesn't matter what you try, right? If you're not embracing that calling, it might as well you go and just pound your fist in the wall. I'm not saying go and do that. I'm just saying that it's almost as if you were doing that, because it's almost you're wasting time by not heeding to that calling, your soul calling. And when you heed to that call, I am the great I am. I am is you. I am look out for you. I am protect you. I am love you. Love, love, love yourself. Love yourself. You deserve love. You deserve greatness. You deserve happiness. You deserve abundance. You deserve kindness. All the things that society withholds from you, you deserve it all. You don't need to rely on anyone to get it. Not your mother, not your father, not your partner. When your partner lays there happily, even if you just made the best love to them, right? And you're staying there in your unhappy state, regardless of that person being there happy, what does that do for you? You're the one going through the broken heart, the sadness, the broken spirit. The narcissist will take what they want from you. They will enjoy as much as you allow them to enjoy. It means nothing to them because it fulfills them in the moment. But even though it fulfills them, it does not make them happy. They could just have the best encounter with you and still reject you. Half the time, when they've done gone silent, or you're sitting down there wondering, wasn't I here a part of that wonderful experience where we were just happy together? And in the split second, like, what changed? What did I do? It's nothing to do with you. It's not you. It's not you. It's not you. It's never you. And even in the instances where you've done something that may be a contributing factor, it's still not you. Again, like the Bible verse, King James Version, John 10:10, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. If you would prefer to stay in a relationship that someone's main intention is to take all you have, to destroy you, right? And to see you dead if possible, and that doesn't wake you up from feeling like, there's no point in being empathetic to this person. There's no point in being compassionate to this person. There's no point to hope for any kind of change from this person. There's no point to feel afraid of being abandoned by this person because they want to see you dead, destroy, suffering. That's why they will try to hook you on drugs or alcohol if possible, so that they can have something to use over you, making you feel insecure. There's no point to having low self-esteem over this person, because whatever sadness you're feeling, they are living worse. I was giving you the example about a raisin earlier, where they come into your life, you were like this beautiful, juicy raisin, and by the time they're done with you, you're like a dried up, dried out thing. And that's the time when they feel like discarding you. And when you get back to the state where you're regenerating and becoming like a juicy raisin again, they know when to come back, right? They figure you regenerated. The cycle and the pattern, narcissistic cycle, goes on a loop. If you don't believe this is happening to you, start to write down things. I began to record my ex partner because he was gaslighting me so much, letting me believe that I was just thinking about these things, or it happened because he was drinking and maybe he was drunk, and oh, he swore on his mother's life. No, I didn't say that. I didn't do that. And I said to him one day, listen, you just killed your mother because I can prove that you said this thing or you did that thing. And it made him very angry when I played it back to him in the recording. He cussed me stink, which all of this is not easy. It's easier said than done, but just like the narcissist, they carefully plan out everything how they will deal with you. You too have to systematically plan how to deal with them. The key thing, don't get angry with them. Try and act like you're stupid if you can to make them believe they're getting away with their nonsense. At least act. I'm not saying be stupid, right? And by saying try to act like you're stupid, I'm trying to tell you gaslighting. Gaslighting is what they're using against you, and what you're going to be using against them is gray rocking. When they gaslight you, you counteract that with gray rocking. Gray rocking is not something you use permanently. That's just something to tie you over until you exit this, exists exit this narcissistic dynamic that you're in. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Share this video with people who you think it will benefit. Welcome to my community. I know this video was long, but I get quite passionate when I want people to be happy. And I know you can relate to this if you're an empath. If you're an empathic person, you can relate to this. You just want the best for people. You just want people to be happy. Even if you are not in the same level, on the same level of happiness they are at, you want people to be happy. And my purpose here, I've walked into my purpose, is to helping empaths to move away from pain to purpose, because it is a beautiful place to be, and we all have a duty here. And I'm actually walking into my purpose by putting out these videos. I'm not comfortable, or I was never comfortable in putting my face on camera and speaking about these things, but because this is my soul calling, I've gotten comfortable or gotten out of my comfort zone in order to do this, because it's not about me. I'm very happy to feel as as lovely and wonderful and as I do, and to feel the self-love that I do on a daily basis. Now I don't care who wants to reject me or be unhappy by me, so long as I know that I'm not doing anything to contribute to their unhappiness that would, encourage that kind of reaction from people. My goal is to love myself, and people will make you feel like you're being selfish in society. If you're being selfish and selfishness means love yourself, then go ahead and be selfish, because that's the best kind of selfish to be. I don't, maybe my future partner is the one person, and my children, who will love me the way I feel I deserve to be loved. I'm happy when that happens, but regardless of whenever that happens, I know that I'm not waiting for anyone to evaluate me, to validate me. I don't know why I'm not waiting for anyone to validate me. I validate myself. I don't even have to look into the mirror to do that, because I have this beautiful feeling, this beautiful spirit on the inside. Remember, fear, fear, fear is a feeling. Fear is a feeling. Whatever you run from and you hide and you fear, it just grows bigger and bigger. I feared losing my home, and I wanted a job, and all the things I was afraid of, they just magnified, and they happen anyways. The society, the universe, I meant to say, has taught me that regardless of these plans that you put in place, if they don't align with your empathic or universal calling, they'll happen anyways. And even if they do happen, they're happening for a reason, because there's a lesson in it for you to learn. And each time I fought the lesson and I didn't try to learn it, things got worse. The situation grew bigger and more ferocious. And until I went through the situation and did what I was supposed to do to overcome the situation or learn the lesson, it never stopped until that happened. It will continue to happen, just like the narcissistic loop, until you do what you're supposed to do. If you're running away from your calling, you're going to find that things are going to happen that forces you to keep on going through painful situation. The longer you hide from your calling, or the more you hide from fearful situation, and the fear is stemming from our mind and our feeling of the fear, right? One of the things that has helped me to get to the point where I am right now is, even though I was afraid of certain things, I did them anyways. I'm not saying bad things. I'm saying, the good things that you need to do to walk towards your purpose. When something was challenging for me, hurtful or fearful, I did it anyways. So my point is, your calling, your purpose, your happiness, your abundance is there for you. It's here for you. You don't have to die and go to heaven for it. It is here for you on earth, right? Your happiness is something that kills a lot of people because they cannot experience genuine happiness. When you laugh, you know you're happy when you laugh, right? You could laugh like nobody's business. Just laugh because it gives your heart this beautiful joy within when you laugh. Reach out to me, send me a message, drop me a comment. I will be doing coaching, and I will be rolling out many different resources that will help Empathic to get from the pain to the purpose that is there for them. Because you are my brothers and sisters, and I don't need to know you to love you, right? We're all one energy, right? You can feel the kindness that you have towards people without knowing them, and it kills your heart to see hatred and racism and stuff like that. Because when we look at people, we don't see race, even though we have racial experiences that are negative that may happen to us. We still want to gravitate towards the good in people because we are of the universe. We are healers of the universe. So, thank you for staying with me to the end of this video. I love, love, love you. I wish you all the healing the universe has to offer to you. Thank you for joining me today. I go by Talia Joe or Joyous. Namaste.